And just like that, the next episode has begun. Welcome back to Danganronpa, Happy Havoc. I'm your host, MegaShadowFist. It's like a video game, it's like a commentary. Last left off, Kitty Kitty left us a message. We looked at the message and said there was something underneath the sheets. But what is underneath the sheets, ladies and gentlemen? Could it be the secret to the entire universe? I wonder if it's a picture. Like a picture of like us hanging out or something. That would be interesting. I wonder why. Why would it be interesting though? Anyway. What's this? I found a criminal piece of paper. Mukuro Ikusaba. Sex female. Class number 78. Student registry. Mukuro Ikusaba? It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, looks like it. That's probably the only thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room, along with the key.
So annoying! Fine, I'll tell you, it's a key and that's it!
This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Profile, Profile. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Let's see here. Name Mukuro Ikusaba. Sex female. The ultimate soldier? Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. I wonder if Kirigiri... Ikusaba Mukuro and Kirigiri are the same person, aren't they? But then again, that's probably the case. But who is the other person then? What is that dead body then? I'm assuming that Ikusaba Mukuro is Kirigiri's real name. I'm going to assume that. So then... I'll hold on to that. Oh, by the way, actually, I need to respond to something. So, I had this prediction that maybe Makoto actually is the mastermind, and someone said that actually the twist is actually much crazier than that. I don't know. I guess him being like the mastermind or something would be really predictable, but I don't know. Like, what would it be? Like, okay, so here's the thing, right? So, you know what? I'll hold on to that. It's about a certain character that I've seen from, you know, screenshots and whatnot of the second game. If you've seen screenshots of the second game, you'll know who I'm talking about. And I'll talk about that later when we get later into the game. But I wonder if there's a connection between Makoto and that certain character. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Survival game tournament, kind of like, this is Japan, so it would be Battle Royale, not, the Hunger Games. Yeah, Battle Royale, it's a movie. It came out in, like, 2001 based off of a book from the 1980s. The Hunger Games was criticized for quote-unquote, plagiarizing, or not really plagiarizing, but ripping off of the idea, although apparently, who was the author for the Hunger Games? I've read all of them, but I forgot her name. Apparently, she had never heard of Battle Royale before, but I don't know. It's just one of the things. I haven't seen it, but I believe you can actually stream it on Amazon. I'm not quite sure how it varies. It varies by country that you live in. But anyway, wasting time. Back to the story. This is before entering the middle school. While she and her family are on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. Wait, she was taken... Hold on. System. Transcript. We're on while she and her... But that's before entering middle school. While she and her family are on vacation, were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. Kirigiri was also not in Japan. Ikusaba Mukuro and Kirigiri are this... Ikusaba Mukuro and Kirigiri are the same person. They have to be. An intense internal investigations turned up no information. She was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir. For those 3 years. Okay, Fenrir. That's Norse, right? I can't quite remember what that is in Norse mythology, but... She insisted that she had been kidnapped, that she received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Mukuro's profile has been added to the truthful section of her handbook. The ultimate soldier. A mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's nonfiction, the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things just as an ordinary person, but then... I mean, stuff like that does happen, though, I'm sure. Like, I'm sure stuff like that does happen in real life. It's not like she was, like, abducted by aliens or something. I never imagined I'd hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Huh? You recognize it? The Fenrir mercenary group. Fenrir. I want to say it like all Norse-like, but I don't know. Fenrir mercenary corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers, but they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already...
Well, I feel like our hero's becoming a bit player, and a bit player's becoming our hero.
Ah, it's you.
What if gotten into your pretty little hand there? Oh, you found her profile?
So what if we did?
Don't freak out on me. I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Coco either, even though she stole and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag a corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivores, you know.
Are they? Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours.
Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as a school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself.
Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Absolutely. I can't have you complain about how unfair it all is now, can I?
So, question. When you pop into a room that's locked, would that be breaking the rules, or...
In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting?
Interesting?
It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in the killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that. When y'all first got together in the main hallway back when, there were 15 people there, right? I think the first meeting may have had led to a little misunderstanding among you all.
That, there were only 15 students? It's so weird seeing all these characters and how, like, basically all of them are dead at this point. Jeez, like, that entire left half is practically dead. Completely dead, except for Aoi. Aoi's the only person on the... Asahina's the only person on the left side who, isn't dead. Anyway, misunderstanding. Are you saying... But of course, I'm saying that, and then she's gonna end up being... When do we meet Asahina? We met Asahina at 7:30, correct? 7:30 on the dot? Truth bullets. Where is it? Where's the schedule? The schedule. When the body was found, Makoto wakes up to the morning announcement. Makoto and Oi arrive in the dining hall. Okay, so they were both there at 7:30. Okay? Now, the sprinklers go off at 7:30. Alright? So,
That's right, there were actually 15 of you! The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16!
16? Then... Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the Ultimate Despair. Watch out for her! The 16th student, Mukuro Ikusaba. She's part of the school life. So the one making all the regulations is... Why?
Did you say something?
Why are you telling us this?
Oh, well, because... Like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone's on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know? Makes sense? Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you.
Revenge?
I want to get back at the sneaky Miss Kitty Kitty, so I'm gonna share this little secret with you.
Seriously?
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in, day out all the time?
So there's going to be more evidence framing the body is kitty.
Well, don't tell him I told you, but she wears them to cover up a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see.
Okay. Now, the other one doesn't have any scars, though, does it? And actually, the body was, I guess actually, I'm not quite sure if that's just like the shading or if it's actually like scarred up, but, they're just, it's just a tattoo. Wolf. Let me look up, let's find out Fenrir. Fenrir. Is the Fenrir like a giant wolf or something? Let's figure this out, ladies and gentlemen. Fenrir. In Norse mythology, is a monstrous wolf. Fenrir is attested in the Poetic Edda compiled in the 13th century from earlier traditional sources in the Prose Edda and Heimskringla, written in the 13th century by Snorri Sturluson. In both the Poetic Edda and Prose Edda, Fenrir is the father of the wolf Skull and Heidi. That's using some letters that I can't even quite. Those aren't. Is a son of Loki and is foretold to kill the god Odin during the events of Ragnarok, but it will in turn be killed by Odin's son Vidroller, anglicized Vidar. Interesting. Okay, so I thought so. I was like, so now you got your Norse mythology lesson, ladies and gentlemen. I was talking away from the microphone, so that probably sounded a little weird, but I don't know. Anyway, this hasn't been an entire episode. We've only probably had about legitimately 2 minutes worth of dialogue.
She wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see.
What?
Ooh. Okay, now that's all. Now that's all you get.
Monokuma's account has been added to the Truthful Sector Handbook. I don't know. Just Monokuma's account. That just seems really kind of ridiculous to me for some reason. Apparently, okay, so we should have actually looked at this before we looked at the woodblock, apparently. Apparently, the killing game began with 16 participants, all students. It is assumed that Mukuro Kisaba was a 16th student. Monokuma also revealed that the reason Kyoko wears gloves is to hide something she doesn't want anyone to see. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars. Wait, so on the back of her hand, the tattoo. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said there were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves to hide the scars. Which means those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Huh? Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. Those fake nails wouldn't allow her to properly wear gloves, is what he's thinking, I'm assuming. Wait, I was only half paying attention to that, but that's the only logical thing that I can think of. So, or cars, right? And that's why Kyoko wear those gloves to hide the scars, which means those fake nails on the corpse. Oh, maybe that's not what he's saying, but what I would assume she couldn't wear gloves if she couldn't wear gloves if she had those fake nails on her. That's what I would assume, but his trap? God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Kratos, don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? Shots fired. He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here. Obviously, Monokuma is trying to tell us that Mukuro was the one creating the rules to the game. But why would he tell us that, and why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuro is related to the case. Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student, she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. Mukuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? Don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began. But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind. Mukuro Kisaba isn't the culprit. Huh? What makes you say that? We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point. Mukuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense than to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it definitely does seem possible, but if that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is? Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if the key and the dojo really are connected. Well, are you coming? Alright, 6. And there are precisely 6. There are wooden lockers here. They use woodblock keys, just like those traditional public bathhouses. It looks like the key we found in Coco's room really does go to these lockers. Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right? That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found in the locker, right? Well, just try it! Okay. I took out the woodblock key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock, and the locker eagerly accepted the key and it opened. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. I wouldn't be able to guess that just from looking at a bunch of them, like, especially since they're like crossed up like that. I'm not quite sure if it made any sense, but they look like they're made of titanium. Bulletproof, nothing to lose. Fire away, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. Titanium arrows have been added to the true bullet section of your handbook. Truth bullets? I am titanium, bulletproof, nothing to lose. So that titanium arrows was found in a dojo locker. There appear to be 10 total. Fire away, ricochet, take your aim. Fire away, shoot me down, but I won't fall. Oh, there's something else inside the locker. I am titanium. So why did a ball of duct tape? I wonder what this is used for. Is that a bloodstain? If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow. But how could it possibly be involved? There's blood on it. You do the math. Bloody duct tape has been added to the true section of your handbook. I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. Is something wrong? It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room? Or perhaps... Byakuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. What else is there that we need to investigate? I thought we examined everything. Huh? What next location? There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Okay. I already did a quick Google search, so it's alright. You don't need to worry about this. Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Makoto was a part of? But how are you supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something? Research? Are you talking about the archive? That's right, the archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access to. We only have so much time before the trial begins, let's hurry. I suppose it is necessary to know this. I believe there was a fire related to Fenrir somewhere over here. I don't know, I just like saying Fenrir. Saying Fenrir just doesn't say, it's not fun to me. The reason why I like pronouncing things in their native pronunciation, at least, in most cases, not always, is because it's just more fun to say than just saying Fenrir. That's not fun. Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand and went straight to a shelf in the back. Ah, here we go. He quickly returned with the file in hand. Alrighty then, let's talk. Right now I need to talk to... Oh, I must have missed the hit the button. Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? Russian! How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? Well, I just assume, because usually Russia is symbolized by a wolf, right? So, no, actually Russia is usually symbolized by a bear, right? But sometimes it's also represented with a wolf, right? Sometimes French. Is France ever represented as a wolf? I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next episode.